Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. A little late tonight. A little late. The Suns were in the NBA Finals. We are up 2-0. Another W. I'm going to get set up here very shortly. By the way, special guest in the building. You guys met her before. The queen of the house. Say hi. What's the matter, mama? Good girl. She's being needy right now. All right, what's good, everybody? I'm Jenkinz. I'm going to go over the hex charts for you guys. How we're going to do this is like how we do every other night. I'm going to go through this chart. I'm going to compare it to every other chart in crypto, get you guys an update on everything that's going on in the crypto world, break down the hex chart, give you guys some technical analysis, some areas to look forward to, and yeah, just basically update you guys. Let me just get this link put out. And also, too, I'm not going to make this a long stream. There's enough long streams on the internet for you guys in the Hex community. I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to try to get right to the point. I know this is on Discourse Syndicate, so if there's an audience with more questions, I'll dive into the questions later on. So just ask them as we go. But, yeah, I know you guys are here for the content and you guys want to see the charts, so I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm not going to beat around the bush. We're going to get right to it. Let me just put this link out. Give me 1 second, baby. Hang on. No. Come on. She's being needy. By the way, we got the pink hex shirt, by the way. And the puppy. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Let me pull up the chart. Hex chart there. Don't mind it right now. I'm going to go over that. Let me just, okay, I can't deal with you right now. She's got to go. Yeah, let me just put out this link real quick. Then we'll get this thing going. How's everybody doing tonight? If you're in the chat, let me know who's here. If you're in here, say what's up. Where are you from? I know this is late. I don't expect too many people to be on tonight, but let's do this. Live now. Twitter. All right, cool. All righty, get the link put out. Let me share my screen. Oh, wait. All right, make sure you guys can see my screen. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to give everyone literally another minute or so before we get this thing going. Can you guys see my hex chart? Can you see me and the hex chart? Yeah, I think you guys could now. Okay. Let me just double check. All right, cool. What is good, Mark? What is good, Browse? Welcome to the show. In Tune, ATT. What is good? Welcome. The Night Owls. Everyone's staying up late. Welcome. All right. Okay, cool. So without further ado, I'm going to get right to this now. So let's talk about Hex and let's just compare the other coins in crypto. So let's see, and I'll get to the comments and the questions at the very end, but I'm going to dive into the charts. So Ethereum, let's see where we're at compared to last week. Don't mind my drawings. These are the exact same drawings that I had on last stream. I just leave them here because I don't really check these charts too often. I spend a lot of time in the Hex charts. I don't really chart too much because I don't trade anymore. Thanks to Hex because it got me out of my trading ways. Although I love trading. It's fun. It's not healthy, but it's fun. I have fun with it. I'm pretty good at it too. But Ethereum, we're back down over 50% from the top. So Ethereum's down, literally cut in half. So that's pretty unfortunate. We were doing well for a while now. Cardano, we were down 39% last week. It looks like we are back down to 43%. So we're just going the wrong way. Bitcoin, as of last week on stream, I don't remember what we were down, but it looks like we're going down even further. We're down 44% from the start of the bear market, not from the top. From the Bitcoin top, this started going down before everything else. Bitcoin's down 49% from the top. but I'm being generous to all the Bitcoin people. We're down 44.6% from the actual start of the bear market. Okay. Dogecoin, let's see how we're doing compared to last week. Still looking like death. That's not fun. We kind of knew this was coming, though, so no shame. Dogecoin's down 72%. That is disgusting. Dogecoin is down. It's literally going down just as fast as it went up. Not just as fast, but Dogecoin's looking like a disaster. If Dogecoin breaks these lows right here, so if we break under about the 18-cent mark, we're definitely going to come test this range around 13 cents. Dogecoin people better hope we stay in this range and hold that, because if not, we can bottom out, around the 7 to 8 cent mark, and that's going to put you kind of right where we started when this thing first kind of popped off. Not when we first started, but when the mainstream people first started buying Dogecoin. We're going to return to those areas if 18 or 13 cents can't hold. But Dogecoin down 72% as we speak. XRP, I'm almost to the point with XRP that I don't even want to start. I don't want to check this coin anymore, to be honest with you guys. I don't really care for it. But because it's one of the top 10 coins, XRP, we are down 63%. Death. BNB. Not a fan of BNB either. Kind of holding strong-ish compared to. Oh, actually, no, it's still down. 53% negative. Ouch. So everything's still down. Everything's over 50%. Bitcoin's 49% from its top, so we're damn near 50 there. So Bitcoin, I guess, is the strongest weak link as of right now since the start of the bear market. It's down literally just 1% point under half. Meanwhile, Hex from the start of the bear market, we are up 24%. So that's just an impressive feat. I mean, Hex, we all know Hex has just been performing lately. It's been going up while everything else is going down. This is just it's a very special thing to witness, because I know a lot of you guys have been here. Excuse me, 1 second. I know you guys have been here for the first not the first bear market, but when Bitcoin first hit the top around like 17 to 20K with the big wick, depending on what exchange you were on. And the bear market started, everything went down. And typically a bear market happens to every single coin in crypto. Well, now in 2021, this cycle just so happens to be that Hex is changing the name of the game. And it's a bear market doesn't apply to every coin in crypto anymore. So it applies to everything except for Hex as of right now. Hex is the game changer, literally. So without further ado, let's talk about this Hex chart real quick. Let me click this right here. So let's see what we're looking like compared to where we were at last week. So last week, I was hammering home on this channel about getting this touch. No, we were actually right here. Literally 7 days ago while I was live, we were at this red line. And I was telling you guys, this is a major line to pay attention to because of all the previous price action, right? So at first we had the wick as we were coming up. We touched it again, kind of created a resistance line. We broke through it, flipped it to a support line, and then just took off from there. We came back down, had an institutional candle, literally tap off that exact level, bounced up just like a basketball. Price came down, tapped it once, tapped it twice, tapped it 3 times, respected it a 4th time, came down, broke it, flipped it, turned it into a resistance line again, and that didn't last long. We came back up, touched it, respected it, broke it, turned it to a support line again, and then last week on stream, we are literally coming back down to touch it. So I was telling you guys, me being the greedy guy that I am, I wanted to see a nice healthy touch to this range down here in the 6.4 or 6 to 6.5 penny range. We didn't get that exactly, but I did tell you guys that I would not be shocked to see this price just continue to go up, create a new 5-wave pattern from this bottom right here. And that's exactly what we're doing. So ever since last stream, we just confirmed the 3rd wave. So if you look at the bottom of this pullback, wave 1 was right here. Wave 2 was bottoming out right here when we were on stream. Wave 3 just pushed up to that exact range. I told you guys, look for this range. Like, you guys got to pay attention to these streams. If you guys haven't paid attention to my streams and my charts and my areas that I'm calling out, like I'm almost giving you guys like the exact blueprint to this stuff. It's really remarkable. And I've been doing this for a long time. I've just been on YouTube for 4 to 6 weeks now, just because I figured, I do the charts anyways at home. I might as well turn the camera on my face and share it with you guys. But we really walk down these levels very precisely. But yeah, this third wave, told you guys, we're probably going to come to this gray box that's right here, and look exactly what happened. Price came to it, couldn't break, and then now we're just kind of pulling back off that again. So third wave, it's turning down to a fourth wave. And then right here, right now, typically in the situation, you want to see a fifth and final wave up. The only thing I don't like about this pullback is just how small the waves are. So we have to really take a step back and see how much momentum we have on the grand scheme of things to figure out where price is going to go next. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom out. We're going to look at the chart from the daily perspective, and then I'm going to show you guys some unique patterns and some interesting things that can kind of tell us exactly where Hex is going. And I know a lot of you guys saw my last stream on my own channel like 2 days ago. I put up a new Hex price prediction. So the people that didn't see that, I'm going to put that price prediction on here, show you guys a little bit more detail as to why. And then, yeah, this is going to be a good one. So let's back out to the daily chart. And if you guys are in the comment section or whatnot, I'm not checking those just yet. I'll get to the comments in a second. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, just drop them in the comment section. I'll probably get back to them. I don't imagine there's too many people watching right now. But shout out to you guys if you are staying up late and doing it. And I appreciate it. But, okay, so on the grand scheme of things, nothing new. I mean, when you're looking at the daily chart, things don't just change just like that. You know, it takes weeks or months for the actual patterns to play out. And that's exactly what's happening. So just to refresh you guys, we had the price trap down at the 1.5 penny range. We finally broke the 2 penny range. So we created that massive impulse for wave one. Wave two was that beautiful bull flag that, by the way, we walked down exactly to that 3.5 penny range. Wave three put us up. Wave four pulled back that 6. Ooh, I wanted 6.5 pennies. And we wicked it. We wicked 6.5 pennies exactly. We wicked it perfectly, but I wanted to see more of a healthy touch. And then, yeah, we're just creating wave five right now. No matter how fast or slow it goes, we are creating that fifth and final wave. My original next major target is 13 cents. I fully expect 13 cents to be, you know, this fifth and final wave. But after, you know, doing a little bit of not research, but just looking back at price, history repeats itself. So I made another price prediction. It's a little bit more bullish, and I know you guys are going to like this because everyone likes bullish news, right? So there's a couple things that we have to look out for. So I'm not going to clear this chart clean. I'm going to keep these boxes here and these lines because every time I do a stream, I draw up major levels for you guys. And I'm going to keep those major levels there forever just because when you guys look back at the history of my videos and stuff, you guys can see exactly before and after when we mark these areas and walk them down. But there's something special to pay attention to. So when we had this initial bull flag that really just took Hex to, you know, the next level, we created this pattern, and what do we see happen after this bull flag, you know, printed out? We saw price, you know, shoot up, but it did not break this all-time high right here. Okay, the price created a lower high. So, and then after creating that lower high, it came back down, but it did not create a lower low. It created a higher low. So what happens in those scenarios? You create kind of a triangle pennant sort of pattern. So this is what happened. You know, the price, that's a crooked line. So price kind of went down with the highs, but it went up with the lows. And then with the bull flag, you can kind of finish off that triangle, you know. So we created a triangle pattern fresh off that bull flag. People might call that a pennant. And what happened fresh off that bull flag? We had a huge impulse. But inside of this bull flag, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a little bit of a fifth wave there. Tension just kind of built. Price just kept getting smaller and smaller. The highs got lower. The lows got higher. The price just got very close within itself. And then that just shows us that price is creating a lot of tension. Whenever tension is created, it just loads up a lot of money, a lot of liquidity for price to just explode one way or another. And that's exactly what happens. So whenever you see these triangle patterns, that's a good thing. That means price is bound to move and do something similar again very soon. So with that, we just literally all that's happening right now is we're just recreating history, and this is like clear as day. You can see this literally coming from a mile away. I mean, anybody that you don't even have to have chart. I mean, I guess you need a little bit of chart experience, but you really don't need to know what you're doing to understand the pattern that's being created right now, because we have another big impulse, just like how we have here. And then what's happening at the very top is impulse. We're pulling back the same way this did. So that's what we call the bull flag, right? So we had the impulse, we pulled back, created the bull flag. Impulse, pull back. Now we have our bull flag. What happened fresh off this bull flag when we created it? Price shot up, but did not break the highs, the previous high. So we made a new wave up, didn't create a higher high, and then we pulled back, but did not create a lower low. So what are we doing now? Price shot up, did not create a higher high. Price is currently pulling back, and I don't believe we're creating a lower low. We would have to break under this red line right here to create a lower low. But essentially what's happening, just keep drawing this trend up. I know there's a lot of chart. Let me delete off all these drawings real quick before I make too many and I can't delete them. Second. Okay, that's good enough. So yeah, we're just literally creating another triangle pattern, just like this one. We have a triangle here, fresh off the bull flag, and now we're just creating another triangle, fresh off the bull flag. It's like another pennant pattern. And what happens? The price is just literally going to build tension, and just explode one of two ways. And if we had to put our money on it, it's probably going up. I mean, Hex just goes up regardless. But when the technicals align with, the fundamentals, especially with the pulse chain sacrifice phase being right around the corner, this is almost like one of my easier calls that I'm making. And this isn't me being like a genius or anything. This is me just being like, wow, like, okay. So what kind of waves can we expect inside of this new pennant pattern? Okay. So we exploded up, and then now we have wave 1 down, wave 2 kind of up here, wave 3. We can expect wave 4 to push back up, but slow down maybe in this range again, not necessarily break this high, and then a small fifth wave, a little bit more of a horizontal wave than a vertical wave to kind of really build that final piece of tension. In an ideal world, and I do expect this to happen, so essentially I expect this fourth wave to come back up to this 8.8, 8.9 penny rate, and I'll say 8.8 pennies roughly, and then pull back down, flip this 8.4 penny into a support line. I want to see this fifth and final horizontal wave in the pennant pattern be on top or right around that 8.4 penny pattern, because if so, that's probably going to just all but guarantee another push up. And the reason why I say that is because if you check back, this old target that we had was 6.5 penny or 6 to 6.5 pennies. That was the price that we kind of floated around. You see this last final wave that's more of a horizontal wave right here. In case you guys can't see my little cursor, this is what I'm talking about. This fifth and final wave we had inside of this triangle pattern moved a little sideways, but it moved sideways inside of this range that we had right here. Not perfectly in the range, but it was in the range, and that's what's important. So ideally, we want to see this fourth wave come back up, and then the fifth and final horizontal wave inside this pattern kind of just flatten itself out, really create that price tension on top or right around this 8.4 penny range. When that happens, and if that happens, price is going to make its next impulse up, and then it's really going to complete that fifth and final wave on the grand scheme of things. Excuse me. The fifth and final wave in the grand scheme of things, which would look like this. Bam. 2, 3, 4, fifth wave, at least 13 cents bare minimum. Okay. So bare minimum conservative estimate on where this fifth and final wave tops off safely, 13 cents. And that can probably happen right after the sacrifice phase, maybe right when Pulse goes live. Who knows? Could take weeks, days. Could come sooner rather than later. Who knows? But let's try to measure history to kind of project where price will go now. And I'm just going to try to give you guys a bunch of different looks at the chart. I'm not going to try to keep it just like, we're not trying to be like one-trick ponies here. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of different perspectives and show you how they all align to the same area. So if we're looking at just technicals and patterns and, Elliott waves mixed with like triangle or pennant patterns, it's going this way. Okay. Let's just see what the last few impulses did. So the first impulse was a 337% move. So that was like a 3.5x. Okay. The second impulse was right off this flat final wave, topped off about 72%. So this fifth and final wave on this pattern, it can range anywhere. So I would say if we're being 100% like ambitious and bullish about this, and say the fifth and final wave in this pennant does kind of flatten out right around this area, if we do the conservative estimate, go around 72-ish%, we're looking at about 14.5%. 14.5 cents. My price prediction was around 15 cents. So I was looking at the other day in my video. I had it going to 15 cents, around 78%, just to kind of mimic this area. So it's only 72%, probably. I don't know why my measurement. I was doing like a rough measure on the percentage at least, but conservatively now, with us checking the history of the price, I do fully expect us to hit 15 cents now on a conservative measure. So this next major target that I have really is 13 to 15 cents. Now that's way too big of a range for me to kind of just take 2 whole cents as a big target. So I'm going to leave that there. 13 cents is our conservative target. And then we're going to walk that down. And eventually, once we get to 13 cents, we're probably going to hit 15, bounce back down, turn 13 as a support line, take off. Now, what if we do 330%? What if we 3x the same way we just did in this first wave? Let's see where our price can go. This is like best case scenario. And I'm going to give this to you guys. I know you guys love this stuff. So 300 and roughly 32%. Where's the price at right there? That's a 36-cent hex, okay? So that's not out of question. It looks like it's outrageous right now, but if you just look back at like the previous price action, look how big the candle would have to be compared to what it is at now. That's not undoable, because if you go back to before hex broke 2 pennies, like these were normal candles, right? These were like our normal things. This is, these were normal size candles, and we couldn't project it going to 10 cents just like that. We all knew like 10 cents was a target, but just to see normal candles like this, then look what happened. Look at the size of these candles compared to what they were. I mean, these are just, like this has already happened in hex. So this isn't like, oh, let's hope this happens for the first time ever. No, let's just think like, let's assume that history is going to repeat itself again. And these candles are nothing compared to the ones that were in April of 2020. And I have that in another chart, but you guys already know what April of 2020 looked like. So that's like a projection. Conservatively, 13 to 15 cents on the next wave up on the daily chart. Best case scenario, 36 cents. Do I think that's going to happen on that next wave? I don't think it will, but I'm not going to be that guy I don't want to be the negative guy in the crypto world, I mean, but I have to play that role, I guess. I'm the conservative Hexican, but I'd rather be conservative, and then I'd rather be wrong and make money on it with all you guys. I'd rather us just, 2-3x our portfolios again together, and me just say like, oh, sorry, I said 13 cents and we got to 30. That's a big mistake that I would love to live with, right? Instead of telling you guys, oh, we're going to 30 cents tomorrow, and then, we wake up at 7 cents. So that's just that's one thing to just kind of project. Is the chart not live? Am I not live? Did you guys lose me? Did I lose you guys? Uh-oh. One second. Did you guys lose me? Or did I lose you guys? Hang on, sorry. One second. This thing just said like I was blocked. Hang on. Let me share my screen with you guys. Let me go check comments real quick. Okay, I think everything's good. In the actual like studio where I was recording, it said like it had paused or whatnot, but okay. Okay, what's good, everybody? I'm back. Bro, you're just high. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. So it looks like I didn't lose you guys for too long at least. So if I lost you guys at all, let me see. Okay, cool. I think we're all good to go, at least there. So at least I didn't lose you guys. I know every time I do a stream, I'll go for like 9-10 minutes, either muted or something. Okay, cool. I have you guys. So sorry about that. But where was I at? Okay, so back to the chart. Yeah, so those are the projections. If we go, we can talk based on how much we went up with our first wave, or just the conservative estimate how much we went up with our second wave. So yeah, 13 to 15 cents is a conservative estimate for our next fifth and final wave on this actual 5-wave pattern. But now let's check some other things and just find some areas together now. So one of the most simple things that anybody will show you in a market is just a simple trend line. So you just find all these lows and just see if they bounce off, one respective line. And this one is just clear as day. We obviously have a line that's just going up and to the right, literally. This is like a perfect, like 45-degree angle, the exact way you want to see a chart go up and to the right, or whatever way it is for you guys on my screen. We're still respecting the most simple trend line of them all. This first engulfing candle that we had back, early May before we really took off, that was the sign of a very strong bullish market. And that was the start of this, trend line. And as you can see, the bull flag really closed off at the bottom. It wicked down for like a little bit, but wasn't even down there for a whole day. And then as you see, price shot up, created the pennant pattern that we just drew out, the triangle, and it respected it. Exploded, another bull flag, literally came down, respected it. Now we're respecting it. Now we're respecting it again. I fully expect price to, like I said, come back here, kind of get muddy, flatten out, and then take its next move off. So we can simulate something like this. Here, maybe one more touch, and then boom, we come up here, and then, we see the waves kind of come down. Oh, whoops. We see the waves kind of come back down, and they'll probably, stay following this trend line, assuming everything is all good, nothing crazy happens, especially with pulse chain. If pulse chain, it drops and it's as hot as we think it's going to be, this chart might take off and separate itself from this actual trend line. This trend line is just keeping us in check, though. So if you're following simple trend lines, everything's, going according to plan. If you're following, Elliott waves, everything's going according to plan. If you're a big fan of, the pennant patterns, triangle patterns, bull flag patterns, everything is going according to plan. No matter which way you look at it, everything is going to plan. So something we could try to check now is what I like to use as a Fibonacci. I know you guys like the Fibonacci. I'm a big Fibonacci guy, but I don't live and die by it, especially in crypto or Hex, because Hex really does break all the fundamentals. But just to give you guys as many perspectives as I can with these charts, let's check the first Fibonacci wave. The first Fibonacci off the initial impulse. 0 to 1 kind of shows us our whole range, and that kind of creates the algorithm and helps us project the further price. The most important number you want to see is the 618 level, which is this line that's right here, right? 618. As you can see, price shot up. Price came down. Where's the bottom of this bull flag at? The price candles actually closed out around that exact, or not the 618. Sorry, I circled the wrong one. I zoomed in. 1 second. I circled the half, the 0.5. The 618 is this range right here. So when we had this bull flag, price did shoot down to our 0.38, wicked it perfectly, and that was kind of another signal that, like, we're going to bottom off there. But look at the 618 level. That's the most important part. So as price, created its top and pulled back and made that bull flag, look how many touches we had off the 618 level. 1, 2, 3, 4. We broke it 5, 6, 7. We had 10 plus touches off that 618 level. That just showed us that we were going up. So whenever price impulses and pulls back, as long as we kind of stay around or above that 618 level, we can project it to new levels. And the best way to project it is the 1.618 level, which is literally exactly how I found this next major target, and just so happens to be 10-cent mark, right? If you look right here, the future forecast on, the Fibonacci from this first impulse told us that the 1.618 level, which is basically a magnet for the future of where the price is going, was literally at this blue line right here. And look what the price did. It came right up. On some exchanges, it hit that, maybe hit 10 cents. But you can see price literally came there, hit that 1.618, and then it slowed down. So, the Fibonacci, like, I don't live and die by it, but if you were going to live and die by one thing, and in doing technical analysis, Fibonacci is probably a good one to roll with, right? So the reason why I bring that up is because let's take a look at the Fibonacci off this next impulse and kind of see where price is eventually going to take us. Okay. And I didn't do my research on this. I'm literally looking at this live for the first time with you guys. So we're going to find levels based on this Fibonacci right off that top. Everything's going well. Everything is good. The 618 level on this Fibo, we see price, created the top a little bit, wicked the 618 a few times, came down, broke it, turned it into a resistance line, and then we really came down, broke past the 0.38 the same way that this wick was a 0.38 touch. So it's kind of it's not picture perfect, but it is touching the same levels. We came back up, respected the 618 as resistance line, pulled back, and then finally broke it. Now it looks like we're literally at a 618 level now. So just ironic enough, we are sitting at a 618 level on the second impulse in the 5-wave pattern as we speak, So we already looked at just normal trend lines. We looked at the Elliott waves. We looked at, pennant patterns and triangles, the normal bull flag. Now we're looking at a Fibonacci, and they all are showing us the exact same levels, or at least close to the same range. We are at a 618 level now, and I just got done telling you guys I want to be surprised to see this price literally just pull back up, chill here, flatten out before we explode. So the Fibonacci is helping us back that one up too. So like prices, it's literally like it's destiny. It's almost a magnet into where it's going. This 1.618, the future forecast of this one is a little bit lower than my conservative estimate. This one has us at about 12.3 cents. So let's say 12.5 cents is where the 618 level has us. The 1.618 level has us going on the next impulse. So I'm still going to stand by the 13 to 15 cent range, just going based on previous price action. But if we had to be super safe, maybe it is 12.5 cents. But no, if I'm going to put my money on it, which I am, I'm pretty sure we all are. We're all in Hex for a reason, because we're all in this stream for a reason, because we probably put our money on it in it. I'm still rocking with the 13 to 15 cent range. But I will safely say, especially with Pulse Chain, everything coming out, that 15 cent range is exactly where I do think we are going. So rest assured, I would say we can probably mess around in this area for a few more days. What day is today? July 8th. It's about to be July 9th in America, in the United States. 2 to 3 more days maybe before we take off and really start shooting back towards 10 cents. I made a video 2 weeks ago when we were at 7 pennies. I told you guys I fully expect Hex to be at 9 to 10 cents by the sacrifice phase launch, and that's probably going to align perfectly. It'll probably be just over 9, between 9 and 10 cents, and then by the time once the sacrifice phase actually drops, I think Hex will just go parabolic. Probably, it'll really pump, and we probably will break 10 cents within the first 3 days of the sacrifice phase actually being announced. So I wouldn't be shocked to see that happen. I fully expect that to happen actually. But yeah, so that's really that for Hex. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. There's enough, streamers out there that do chart work that tell you, $1, $2, $10, whatever the case may be. Let's just keep it more focused on today, where we're at now and where we are going. So without further ado, I will check a little bit of the chat real quick and see where we're at. See if we have any. Oh yeah, I'm pretty far behind, but yeah, the Hex gains are getting to me. I don't know what happened there with me. I swear when I checked the stream, I literally just heard. It literally just told me that I lost connection. There's some firewall blocking there or something. So I thought I lost you guys. Just bought more Hex in the little dip. Awesome. Yeah, congrats. 30 cents tonight. Yeah, I like where your mind's at. That'd be great, right? That would be very nice. Right? More of a 37-degree angle. You're probably right. Eyeballing it, 45 looked good to me. It's a cute. You're probably right. Very cute line. Friday's paid. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday in the United States. So if you guys are getting paid tomorrow, it's not financial advice, but Hex is always a good thing to put your money into. Shout out to the 618. Yeah, I'm all about the 618. I probably said 618 a million times tonight. So yeah, if 618 is not in your head by now, if it wasn't before the stream, it probably is now. I probably said it 300 times. But if you guys do Fibonacci's and you don't know anything about it, just look for those 618 levels. Yeah, exactly. I didn't even know that. So you probably made this comment about being in the 618 area before I actually showed that. We are in the 618 area right now, so it's not a coincidence. Yeah, it's like a mathematic algorithm that the Fibonacci kind of projects in the charts. So definitely. Um yeah, Fibonacci, it really is. Like if you have to pick one thing that really mattered for technical analysis, the Fibonacci probably is that. In 5 years, we'd be like, WTF. We traded cents back and forth. We're moving one digit, sometimes double digits before the .com and now. Yeah, soon enough, we're trading 7, 8, 9, 10 cents. It's not going to matter. Well, we seen things as low quality products like XRP, shoot above $1 and then right below in a matter of like a few days or a few weeks. Hex will be trading dollars. The same way we're talking about moving pennies today. Every few days we went on a streak on this big in this big bull run that we had on that first and third wave on these most previous impulses. We saw Hex move 2 to 3 pennies per day, and eventually we'll be talking Hex moving $2 to $3 per day. There it is. I don't think I've heard 618 more than this in my life. You'll be dreaming about it. Good. Dream about the 618. Focus on that level. And if you ever need to forecast your price, look at the 1.618. I'm done saying that number for the night. Let's talk about 3.69. There we go. Better number. But what's good, everybody? I didn't shout everybody out yet. So, welcome if you guys are here. Thank you guys for being here. Leroy Jenkinz. I've been seeing that comment on my YouTube channel. I don't know if that was you saying here or not, but Leroy Jenkinz, I'll take it. Yeah, so that's really all I have for Hex. Nothing too crazy. 36 minutes in. I don't want to keep this too long. I'm not going to drag it out. So I'm just really going to end it here. What is the 1.618? If you missed it, so the 1.618, I got to stop saying this number. Now it's getting into my own head. But the 1.618 level is a Fibonacci level. It helps you forecast, kind of like where the algorithm is going to take the price eventually. So it's just kind of like, just see it as a magnet. So when you throw on a fib from the top to the bottom, you look at that level, the 618 is the perfect area for like an ideal pullback. But then once the pullback finalizes itself, you want to see that next impulse up. Well, once you kind of break all-time highs, there's no previous price action to kind of project where price is going to go next, right? So when you look at the forecast, 1.618 levels, like all but guaranteed. It's the safest number to project whenever you want to talk about all-time highs where the next top might be. So that fifth and final wave can very well be in this range right here before we start to create, new waves and then take our next, move up. So yeah. Exactly. The 618 is the golden ratio. You guys got it. So OX Will, what is good? What is good? Do I have new beats for you guys to listen to? I do. So I will give you guys an outro tonight to say goodnight to you guys. I missed a lot of the comments. Sorry about that, but that's all I have for Hex. I'm going to give you guys an outro. Let me just pull this up for you guys. And if you have questions or concerns, hit me up on Twitter at CryptoJenkins, Jenkins with a Z. I know the stream probably wasn't the most exciting one tonight, just because I've been streaming all week. I didn't have too much stuff to talk about. But let me pull up a chart, a beat for you guys. This is how I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. You guys saw my beat last week from Twitch, so I got a new one for you guys this week. 1 second. Let me share my entire screen. Bam, bam. Hang on. Leave that. Okay, I'm going to share the entire screen. So until next time, good night, everybody. Here is a beat for you guys to ride off into the sunset with. And catch me on Twitch. I do make beats live for you guys. Joy, turn the speakers up if you guys have them. If you guys have the bass at home, turn it up. You guys have yourself a good night. If you guys can hear it, great. If not, I'm sorry. But I'm playing a beat right now. Good night, everybody.